Somalia is taking over Minneapolis. It has for a while, and it's so much worse than any of you thought. Everyone is like, wow, Somalia taking over Minneapolis. They're like doing frauds and schemes because we imported 80,000 pirates, and they're, pillaging our nation. It's worse. It's worse. It's the R-word capital of the of America. And both R-words that I can't say in YouTube videos that are getting all my videos demonetized, both R-words that you're thinking of are accurate. Both the R-words. So they literally got Ilan Omar to respond. Tyler Oliveira actually went to Minneapolis to see what this is all about. We have a lot to look at today, and it's truly diabolical.
Now investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilan Omar. Many of the suspects linked to the scheme live in her district, including a restaurant owner who hosted events for her. He has since been convicted of stealing $12 million in COVID funds.
Oh, boy. Oh, me, oh, my. It looks like the bitch is getting removed from Congress. This is terrifying. Yeah, this bitch is getting flabbergasted. She actually went on the news to respond to all this, which is pretty incredible, because it turns out even Israel wasn't involved in this scam. And she tried so hard to blame it on the Jews, but unfortunately she couldn't get away with that. It was truly a rough day for her when you can't blame the Jews for Somalians stealing billions. But you know what she did say? She said that the actual victims of these scams are the Somalians. You heard that here first, folks. She says that the Somalians are the victims of scams that the Somalians are doing. It is truly a diabolical day. So first, I have to show you the clip of her saying that Somalians are the victims. It's truly diabolical. Also, the two R words, because some people in my chat didn't get it, are rapists and retards. All right, and that is what's going on in Minnesota right now. It's an influx of those guys. It's worth getting demonetized. All right.
Of the 87 people charged, all but 8 are of Somali descent.
Right.
And
so 91% of the scammers in the state are Somalian. All right, get ready.
That has added to the spotlight being put specifically on your community. Why do you think this fraud was allowed to get so widespread?
Get ready.
Well, I want to say, this also has an impact on Somalis.
That's right, baby. Somalis scammed our country for $8 billion, allegedly. Biggest victim, the Somalis. That's it, baby. Afghan terrorist murders a National Guard in Washington, D.C. Biggest victim, the Afghan community. They fucking killed 3,000 people in New York on 9/11. The real victims? Muslims and Zoran Mamdani's aunt specifically. They do this every time. How on earth have they not realized to update their playbook? Like, what are we doing?
Because we are also taxpayers in Minnesota.
Not really. Not really. I looked at the numbers, man. The average Somali pays $700 in taxes a year. 42% of Somalis are on welfare. 88% are on government funding. 88%. 88%, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord, bro. You fucking towel head over here really come to tell you some facts? Get out of here. Every single individual Somali is a $70,000 net drain on society. Statistics are racist, all right? Like, oh, my God, get out of here.
We also could have benefited from the program.
You literally scammed it. And you're like, well, we're actually the victims.
And the money that was stolen. And so it's been really frustrating for people to not acknowledge the fact that we're also, as Minnesotans, as taxpayers.
Barely taxpayers.
Really upset and angry about the fraud that has occurred.
Yeah, so the victims of the fraud that is committed by Somalians is actually Somalians. Because Somalians are scamming each other. Wow. You literally brought clan warfare from fucking Timbuktu shithole into America, and now you're blaming America for not, I don't know, what is even America supposed to do? Look at me. I have your tax dollars now. That's fucking crazy, man. That's diabolical. Bro, so it gets even worse. So then they ask her, hey, bitch, is it true that they're funding terrorist organizations with these tax dollars?
House Republicans and the Treasury Secretary just now talked about a link to terrorism, a possible link. He said they're just now beginning to look into it. How confident are you that that's a false claim?
I'm pretty confident at the moment because there are people who have been prosecuted and who have been sentenced. If there was a linkage in that the money that they have stolen going to terrorism, then that is a failure of the FBI and our
it's the FBI's fault that her entire community is funding terrorists in Somalia.
Court system in not figuring that out and basically charging them with these charges. And so I do know that for many years, this sort of like alarm that there is money being transferred through the airport in bags and going to terrorism that accusation has always existed. There's never been here and there in those accusations.
It's never been here and there in those accusations. Oopsie poopsie, billions of fraud. Thank you. Very specific, lady. Anyway, it gets even better. This interview was like an actual nightmare. All right, so basically, then the claim is, hey, lady, what do you think about Somalians actually trying to assimilate into American culture? Her response is diabolical.
I want to ask you about something else that the architect of the president's immigration policy, Stephen Miller, said. On Thanksgiving Day, he posted, "No magic transformation occurs when failed states cross borders. At scale, migrants and their descendants recreate the conditions and terrors of their broken homelands." What do you make of this argument of failure to assimilate and sort of ruining America? How do you understand this?
I mean, when I think about Stephen Miller and his white supremacist rhetoric...
His white supremacist rhetoric? Bro's Jewish. He's not a white supremacist. I think all of his white supremacist rhetoric. Bro's Jewish.
It reminds me of the way the Nazis displaced Jewish people in Germany.
More Jewish Nazis. Hey, do you think that Somalians should try to, assimilate into American culture? That reminds me of Nazis, white supremacist rhetoric.
And, as we know...
She has this towel wrapped on her head so hard. She doesn't want any of her 67 IQ points to escape.
There have been many immigrants who have tried to come to the United States who've turned back, one of them being Jewish immigrants. We know the way that people were described who were coming from Ireland, Irish immigrants. We know the way in which people were described back then when they were Italian immigrants.
Good point. Now, look at Italians in America. They are contributing to American culture by a large amount. Look at Irish in America. They're contributing to American culture. You don't have Irish communities that are fucking rape holes, all right, that are scamming people for billions. All right, look at Jewish communities. Jews pay, on average, the most taxes of any ethnic group in the entire country, all right, as an example. So the Jews, the Irish, and the Italians all contributed and assimilated into Western civilization. The Somalians turned Minnesota into a shithole. All right, dude? So what are we doing?
And to me, we're, yes, of course, ethnically Somali. We are in this country as Americans. Yeah. We are citizens. We are productive part of this nation, and we will continue to be.
We will continue to be. I think of Stephen Miller, and I think of no white supremacist. All right, dude, this guy's amazing. So, and Ilan Omar blames someone that, honestly, I've never heard of. I wanted to just show you this clip because I wanted people in my chat to tell me if you've ever heard of who she's about to blame.
The Secretary of Egg to...
The Secretary of Egg. Now, I'm not familiar with this position. I just might not be well-read enough.
The Secretary of Egg.
I'm waiting to hear who the Secretary of Egg actually is. In fact, this is what the White House asked. Yes, Ilan Omar, who is the Secretary of Egg of whom you speak? Which is a good question, honestly. I'm not familiar with the Secretary of Egg. I'm sure that they contribute immensely to Western civilization. This is Ilan Omar also on one of her live streams from less than a month ago, threatening people for collaborating with Trump.
As much as Trump and his cronies want to act like we have no power to respond, the truth is we are more powerful than we think we are.
Oh.
And I want to underscore the importance of using every single leverage that we have at our arsenal, because we do have a lot of leverage.
This sounds like threat of violence, right?
Need to make sure that those who are collaborating with the authoritarian regime pay a costly...
You are literally from an authoritarian regime. Get the fuck out of here.
Price.
That sounds like an insurrection, all right? People fight against the authoritarian regime, bro. She needs to get arrested or deported. One of the two. This is crazy. It's insane that she's doing this. So Speaker Johnson was also cooking about this.
And the Democrats will continue to abuse it. They sued the USDA for simply asking them to tell them how many illegal aliens are on the programs in California, New York, and these other states.
Pretty weird,
They
huh?
sued them. You need to take account of what people are doing here in each party. The leaders.
That's right.
And the President of the United States.
That's
We're trying
right.
to get government to work more efficiently and effectively for the people. And we are getting stopped and hindered by political games by Democrats. And that's why we're so frustrated. And
the government be like, hey, are you feeding illegal aliens with our tax dollars? And they're like, oh, we're going to sue you for asking this question. Holy shit, man. Now, this is Ilan Omar. In 2020, she was worth minus $65,000. She was in debt. 2021, she was worth $65,000. 2022, she was worth $115,000. 2023, she was worth $205,000. 2024, she's worth $30 million. This here be a Somali pirate, all right? What are we talking about, dude? It's crazy. And every time she gives a speech in Somalian, it's like, it's the most insane shit you'll ever hear.
Danger laga gelin karin.
We will never let anyone steal our land.
Marka waxaan reer Minnesota iyo Soomaalida meel kasta hadda mar dhow ka hadlayay idinkaga hambalyeynaya sida aad iskugu wada duuban tihiin.
She's grateful for Somalis around the world for showing unity against Ethiopia.
Sida aad kulligiin garab istaagteen madaxweynaheena because wuu u baahan yahay.
You rally behind our president, referring to the president of Somalia. Somalia is for the Somalis only. Somalia is for the Somalis only, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine if I said America was for the white Christians only? Like, can you even imagine the reaction, bro? But it's okay for Somalia to do that.
Aan garab istaagno. Soomaaliya waa Soomaali. Soomaaliya waa hal.
Interesting.
Walaalaan wada nahay. Dhulkeena lagama kala qaybsanayo.
Ethiopia and Kenya have stolen and continue to occupy the Somali region state, which belongs to Somalia. Bro, what are we even doing? You're an American congresswoman. Holy crap. It's like, it's so obvious that these are foreign agents, man. This is like Tucker Carlson, who, by the way, Tucker Carlson right now is in Qatar giving speeches about how America needs to ally with them more. What? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Guys, like, this is crazy. It's insane. Food stamps by ethnicity. Get ready to watch people getting looted in broad daylight. 45% of Afghans are on food stamps. 42% of Somalis are on food stamps. 34% of Iraqis are on food stamps. 23% of Haitians are on food stamps. Why the fuck are we importing people to need to pay them? Let me get this straight. If you turn your country into a shithole, there's no reason why we need to bring you here to ours. It's so obvious. Somalis are out in public urinating on Donald Trump's Hollywood star as like some sort of act of defiance. But like, this is obviously public indecency, and this person should be in jail. Like, it's crazy watching this happen. So Hassan Piker said, I am at a very Chinese point in my life right now. At a very Chinese point in my life, he dresses like China because he's very pro-China. And Tyler Oliveira responded with, shut your bitch ass up and move to China. You can electrocute your dog without scrutiny and stream your communism slop on Chinese TikTok. And I have to say, bro was cooking. So, in honor of that, let's look at Tyler Oliveira's new video because he infiltrated the Somali community. And apparently it's so much worse than any of us can even imagine.
How was life here in Minneapolis?
Alhamdulillah, mashallah, ya Allah.
This is
mashallah, as they say in England.
Mogadishu, Minneapolis, the unofficial capital of the 100,000 plus Somalis that have made Minnesota their home, fleeing
100,000 plus, but I was told only 80,000 Somalis are there. For the record, he's correct, and not the stats.
War-torn Somalia since the 90s and attracted by Minnesota's refugee programs, job opportunities, a generous welfare system, pre-existing Somali community, and the welcoming, hospitable Minnesotan spirit. But not everyone wants them here.
Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars. Their country stinks.
The president says he doesn't want any Somalis living in the U.S. after a few dozen were implicated in a COVID relief.
I love how they all do that. It's like, Donald Trump is such a racist against Somalis because only a few dozen of them were implicated in a COVID relief scam. Oh, and also a few dozen of them are raping children with the support of a couple hundred of the people from that community. Oh, and also none of them want to, actually assimilate to Western culture. And also they're a drain on the taxpayer. Also tons of them are illegal. Also it's $8 billion that's going to fund terrorism in fucking Somalia.
Fraud case.
I got nothing to do personally. I've been working all my life hard.
They believe the fraud could extend beyond $6.5 billion just in the time period where Tim Walz has taken office. 78 78 people have been charged at this point. 77 of them are Somali.
With an estimated $1 billion+ stolen from welfare programs designed to feed the hungry, housing stabilization, and treat autistic kids, is this the result of a few evil fraudsters who happen to mostly be Somali? Or is it the work of a city and state's leadership bending the knee to an increasingly growing community of tribally loyal refugees?
No, it's definitely isolated cases. It's all isolated cases and incidents, yeah. There's no pattern to be noticed here. There's no pattern to be seen. All right, I want to make this clear. The fact that 78 Somalis work together, probably with the government that is Somali elected, because Somali voting bloc actually decides elections in Minnesota, it probably has nothing to do with this on a district level. All right, it's clearly a couple of individuals with an IQ of 68. Some were smart. Some had an IQ of 78, and they were able to outsmart the entire government, probably.
Refuse to assimilate, have worked together as a community to exploit generous welfare programs, and have not been held accountable due to the fear of spineless politicians being called racist and potentially losing the votes of the Somali community they know they'll need to get elected.
I love this clip, man, of this dude,
Somali
like
people
actual slob.
Have been an extraordinary benefit.
They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest.
I love that he just says it out loud, man. They contribute nothing. They're useless. Why do we have them here?
Like me are scared right now. The fear comes as the Somali community here is bracing for a surge of ICE agents cracking down on migrants who've been issued final deportation orders.
So I pulled up to little Mogadishu to talk to the Somali community and figure out what's really going on.
Oh my God.
So this sign is in full Somali.
Dude, they have full signs that aren't in English. That's scary. That's scary, man. That is scary, dude.
Don't see a variant of it in English. That's fascinating. Let's see if it's English on the back. No, Somali only. I guess why even learn English if you can just read the signs in Somali? If you don't.
The mayor ran ads. The mayor is a Jewish guy. It's a woke Jewish guy that learned Somali to win the election. That's crazy. Have you ever heard of something like this in your life? Oh my God, dude.
Force the people who move here to learn English. They never will or will never have to
Why
learn.
would they? The street signs are in Somali. Why would they learn English? It gets worse. Keep watching. Oh, God.
English. And my point proved itself immediately.
Could I interview you? Okay, sorry. Oh. Okay, this will be fascinating.
Well, they see a white guy, so this is weird. What are you doing in Somalia? You should check your passport there, bro.
Speak English?
I'm sorry about the woke Jews, Nux. They're damaging your rep. Yeah, no, it's not easy. For every Stephen Miller, we have like 3 Jacob Frays.
Do you speak English?
Somali.
Do you speak any English?
This is
French.
French.
Somali?
French.
Okay. Can't I interview you in French? Hey, doing news report. What do you mean no? It's America.
No.
He doesn't speak French. Maku waresan kana af Somali? Okay. Thank you.
Bro, she was cursing him. She was summoning her ancestors to curse him.
This is a unique place. My name's Tyler.
Yes,
we're trying to talk to members of Somali community.
Yeah.
Because the Trump protected status over. I wanted to talk to people that live here.
Dude, I hate that they all look like this, man. Yeah, Somali community. It's so nice. It's beautiful. No, obviously, I don't think that they're all stupid, obviously. This is crazy. I just think that on average, they're dumb. On average. Like, I'm not trying to be rude here, but like, average IQ of 67 is radicalizing, man.
Would you be open to giving any thoughts for a little news piece we're doing?
My mom is also my aunt. My dad is my uncle. Holy, no.
Okay, good.
Good?
Yes, good.
Okay.
Can I interview? Good. He goes into car.
See you. Nice people. But keep in mind, it says it's not safe right there. It's not safe.
It's not.
Dark Souls style.
Oh my
God.
God.
We're trying to talk to members of the Somali community.
Bro, that feels like you click one of the Dark Souls blood spots and you see like the soul of the previous adventure warning you, bro.
And no? Okay.
And then I headed towards the Riverside Plaza apartment complex known for its large Somali population to see if I could find anyone here that spoke English.
The fact that he needs to search not only for people that want an interview, but just for people that speak English in America. This is terrifying, man. Like, this is scary as fuck.
English. Bonjour. Can I interview in French?
I'm sorry.
Interview in Francois? Okay, bye-bye.
Francois. All right, bro.
Yeah,
you need to go fight with more scammers in Paris before you try to hit them with the in Francois.
You start speaking French, they don't speak French. English, Francois? Hello, I speak English.
Yes.
Could I ask you a few questions for interview?
Why?
News interview.
News interview. Bro looks like a deer in headlights. Look at him. He's just staring.
Oh, what?
Oh, news.
Oh, my name's Amul. I live in Minneapolis.
Oh, you can't speak
We
for
got
himself?
that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
My name's Tyler.
Okay, Tyler, what are you looking for?
He just stares into the camera.
To people in Somali community. I want to ask people in Somali community in Minneapolis about Trump trying to revoke the temporary protected status.
But they have authority. So yeah, I think it's a rhetoric. It's not the actual policy.
Trump is irrelevant. Yes, I know my rights. It's better than Trump. I know. Trump irrelevant. What does he do?
I believe the Somali community is being
If not like him, we just overthrow. Is that how you say?
targeted unfairly.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't understand why he's targeting Somalis. Somalis, like everyone, they are Americans and they have the whole right that each American has. If Mr. Trump wanted my advice, I would tell him, let alone all Americans, especially the Somalis.
I see.
Trump, I give him free advice. Free advice. Let alone Americans, especially Somalis.
They came here to get a refuge and they got one. They are contributing to the countries.
Good to meet you. It's going. How are you?
I actually watched your videos.
Right on, man.
I was like, wait, no
That's
way.
me. You got any thoughts?
Man, it's there's a lot more to it. Honestly, what I believe than what the headlines, the news sensation is. Well, so majority of us aren't under that protective status because we really don't migrate here illegally. That's fair. On the other side of the world, it's really not that much of an option. Here, I think it was around 500 to 700 people, and that group of people aren't even the ones really, engaged in anything,
Sure.
So I don't know what it really would solve for.
Do most people here in this community speak?
See, that's crazy, because obviously a lot of these guys could integrate, but a lot of them can't. So why do we open the floodgates, bro, to people that quite honestly are absolutely a net negative on society? Again, I don't have any hate in my heart to Somalians. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. And I know that people are gonna take me out of context to make it seem like that, because they've been doing that to me on Twitter. Dude, there's a whole hate campaign about me on Twitter because of I'm saying this shit. But I don't hate any of these people. I just don't think that America should open the floodgates to people that quite honestly and literally aren't integrating into society, and they're a gigantic net negative on our country. Get them out. Deport. Get them out. Oh my God.
English?
Yeah, why not? What I'm speaking now? Am I speaking for Greek? No.
Why are you?
Do you speak English? I'm speaking. What am I speaking? Greek?
So revved up right now.
Because of
we came in here pretty civilly, and you're telling him to walk away, and he can't speak, and he's a grown man, right?
He's a mentally ill guy.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't let him speak to you because he's retarded. He's one of the dumb ones. Oh no.
That I didn't know. Yeah, that's fair. Good call.
Guy.
Here's what I want to ask.
He's a sub. He's got a sub 60.
You heard about the statewide welfare fraud?
I heard, but
estimated $1 billion+ dollars.
I think that one.
You think it's all fake?
Yeah,
There's billions of dollars missing. They arrested 80 people. It's all fake. What do you mean? What? Fraud? Please.
Maybe the small portion is accurate.
Sure.
Right.
But I don't think that's not the accurate description for the whole community.
If someone does wrongdoings,
Right.
I agree that he be punished by law. The publicizing and finger-pointing Somalis is not what we like.
A lot of people that work here send a lot of money back home to support the family.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
I know a big portion of Somalia's GDP comes from remittance, because there's no economy back there, there's no opportunities.
A lot of the ladies specifically, they say they speak French, then we start speaking French, and then they don't speak French. Then I get the Somali translation, and then they don't speak Somali. I appreciate you, by the way, that we're having a conversation. Absolutely. It's tough to find people to speak to.
Yeah, I think the majority of people, they speak English, but the elderly people, they don't
the majority speak English, just not any of the ones that you happen to ask.
Speak English.
Well, that takes time. Somalis came here 30 years ago.
I see.
And 30 years, it's for the history, is small period.
You think 30 years is not enough?
Yeah, 30 years ago, and that's why no one speaks English. I got it.
Time to assimilate?
I do not agree with the assimilation.
What?
I wouldn't say good or bad.
What?
But
Wait.
not be forced people to be assimilated. I can be American and be my own. Amish, and there is some Amish, they know assimilated.
I see. Do you think a commonly...
Bro, but the Amish aren't committing billions in fraud. Oh, the Amish aren't immigrants. But like, what? Like, how can you possibly compare, man?
Shared language?
I want to come here and not assimilate. I make shithole here like we have shithole home. Makes me feel nice and cozy when I wake up, shithole around me.
Would be a reasonable thing to compromise on? Like, let's say we all speak English like you and I do?
I learned English for my own personal interests. I am an engineer. In order to have a job, I must be able to speak English. Who doesn't have an interest, let them have their own language.
You don't think there are any problems with not being able to read, like, traffic directions or...
Yeah, if you look at Somalis living here, who are above 20 or 30 years, all of them, they speak English.
I see.
Yeah.
This is literally a lie. He's just literally lie to your face. He's so comfortable lying to your face. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's wild. Yeah, I see people in chat like freaking out about him mentioning the Amish. Yeah, no, the Amish, they're American. They were born in America. They've lived in America. They work hard. They've never hurt anybody. They aren't a net negative on society in any way. Like, literally in no way are the Amish a net negative on society. They mind their own business for the most part. Like, you can't compare to the Somali community, which A, turned Minneapolis into a PvP server, and B, it's an entire voting block that's changing electoral results from the country, man. They're literally bringing people in to reshape America. Like, that's the goal here.
20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
All of them, they speak English.
I see. It's human nature to sort of live next to people.
White people live to white next. Sure. I don't think that's not, something unique to the Somali. If you go to the Brooklyn Park, you can see a lot of Haitian or people come from West Africa. That's not bad.
So there's studies that suggest ethnic groups.
No one's saying that you can't have like communities and stuff, but your community is scamming us for billions of dollars a year. You know what I mean? You're all like kind of running cover for each other when you're raping children. It's pretty fucked up.
Live together in one densely populated area that they don't have to assimilate. There's no reason to sort of learn the commonly spoken language like English, for instance, or learn certain cultural norms if they ethnically pool together.
I don't agree that our community disperses.
What?
And if we live in one place, in a close place, we will be having a political say. I would encourage that the Somalis get together and live in one place.
They do.
The MPs from that area will be Somalis. I came from Virginia previously.
Why from Virginia to Minnesota?
From Virginia, can't you tell?
Well, we have more
Somali community?
More the Somali, more power. We have more political power. We can...
I'm so happy he's saying this out loud. Yes, we know. Elections are being decided because of this Somali voting bloc. They're literally strategically planting these people in different immigrant communities where the Democrats need to rig elections. It's so obvious, man. That's why they plop them in Minnesota, right? They take them from Somalia, an actual shithole. Somalia looks like Mordor, okay? And they drop them in the middle of Minnesota, all right? Like, what are we doing, man? It's because they're literally dropping voting blocks where they need victories. It's so obvious.
We can have better chances here.
When you think of your identity, does it go religion, nationality, ethnicity? What is the sort of, how is it to be a Muslim Somali American?
In this country, everyone in this country came from somewhere else. They are not
Yes, so therefore the Somalian that came off the boat illegally last week is exactly the same as the white Christian settlers that created this country. Yep, because we all came from somewhere else at some point.
Only people who came from somewhere else. When we came here, we were Somalians, Muslims, and now become Americans. Okay. So we are Americans, Muslims, and Somalians.
Hey, well, thank you so much for your time, sir. You're very gracious with your time and answers. Have a great day. Thank you.
And again, just creating more division in our community, you know. It's almost like, let me see, how can I word, since that's where they were raised. But, you know, first generation born folks like myself
here.
Can
we focus on the interview, Pasha? How you doing? All right, bro. Great to meet you again.
Good luck.
All right. Be safe.
You're a really nice guy.
Oh, shit. Is there a problem?
A handler.
So we got this dude, like, hiding behind pillars creepily. He was definitely mocking you. Do you speak English? No English? Somali? French? Excuse me, sir. Do you speak English? French? Somali? Hello.
Bro.
We're trying to interview members of Somali community, but I can interview you too?
Mainly, it's like mainly Somalians here, but there's like, I've seen a few other, you know, races or whatever, but they're very nice to me and my kids.
Bro, I love the ones that like shake their head that they don't even speak Somali. It's like, language didn't even reach that area of Somalia. Language didn't reach our clan. Fuck. I have to stop.
Do most people have a job and work here?
No.
No?
Nope, no. I've seen...
She was so casual and ready with that answer. Do most people work here? Nope! Unemployed leeches on society. Not trying to say anything, but if you look at other ethnic groups, that's not the case. Not for the Koreans, or the Irish, or the Vietnamese, or the Jews, or the Italians. That doesn't exist. It does not exist that you have a community, like, in any of those areas that's like, you know, majority doesn't work.
Maybe a few, like I could tell that they were going to work, but I don't even know if they're going to work or where they're going. Oh,
it's just a Somali lady screaming in the middle of the street randomly.
Somali?
Yeah. Oh, she's talking to him.
They're yelling at each other.
I think that's just how they talk. They communicate.
That's a different Somali clan. They all communicate in different ways. Language reached Somalia pretty recently, so really. So realistically, they're still working out the kinks, okay? Listen.
Must be pleasant.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. I be watching your videos all the time, bro.
Respect. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I love everybody who love me.
That's a good way to live. How did this become like the de facto hub for the Somali community?
I'm not sure, bro. Honestly.
Democrats purposefully placed them here because they needed a voting bloc. It's so obvious, man. It's so obvious, man.
They just came here and took over, bro.
Notice it's very difficult to communicate with the women out here. Somali women.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I would,
Is it just part of the culture, Muslim culture?
No, because the men are mainly the one that speak to me, you know, but the women also speak to me as well that are on my floor.
Yeah, Minnesota used to be a battleground state. Not anymore. They literally dropped in infinite votes. That's the plan, man. It's so obvious.
And yeah, they really don't talk a lot. I don't know.
Some of them just not speak English?
Don't speak English at all. So, like yesterday, I tried to ask one of them a question and she didn't speak English. So I think that may interfere with, why they don't talk.
Yeah. Well, it's been great talking with you. I hope you raise your kids and you have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a nice.
And then, as I was interviewing this guy, some Somali-looking gangster homie got aggro and started talking shit from behind our camera.
Yeah. How you doing?
Real quick.
When you travel as much as I do, the first thing that I need when I land is data. And the sponsor of today's video, eSIM.io, has got you covered. Whether you're in France, Spain, or Italy, you never want to waste your time hunting for Wi-Fi in the middle of nowhere when you should be spending it making memories. Over the data.
What did you say? I think you said, F your grimy ass, come holler at me after. I'm not sure. Nice people. Appreciate you. Well, we might get shot out here if we keep sticking around. Okay, I'm walking away. Oh no. All right, bro is reaching in to pull out a gun. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's sketchy.
And then my cameraman said the Somali gangster grabbed what appeared to be a gun from his man purse and began sprinting towards us as we ran away for our lives.
Dude, what?
Pull a gun on us.
Remember how illegals couldn't get firearms?
Some guy back there. He's really going for the peace.
I love how the Second Amendment in America was designed for like a society with an average IQ of like 100. Like, I love the Second Amendment. I fully support the right to bear arms. It's one of the reasons why America is the greatest country on the planet, man. But like, we fucking imported like dude, it's not right, buddy. It's like, this is crazy. I'm telling you, man, the founding fathers have not considered this fact, bro.
Oh man,
that might be the first time someone's fully like went in to grab the gun.
As our lives flashed before our eyes,
that's scary,
we headed to
man.
the hotel to cool down and came back the next day to one of many Somali malls, and I finally found a woman to speak to.
Is this your business?
All right. Yes, I do.
How long have you owned this?
Is this your business? Yes, I do. Finally.
This business.
2 years.
Where are you from?
In Somalia, East Africa.
Yeah.
Somalia.
How is life here in Minneapolis? Alhamdulillah.
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Praise God be the highest.
House? No.
No, praise God. God Almighty. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah, ya Allah.
Inshallah. Wallahi. No. How difficult was it to start your own business here?
Damn.
It was very difficult. I'm a single mom. It's very hard. I'm still struggling.
Small business owner.
Yes. And that people, they
support. See, but I respect these people so much. Like, that's the sad part, man. Like, I respect this lady. She's here. She's trying to actually build a thing. Like, I don't have any, like, I feel bad for her, man. I do. Because I'm sure that a lot of these people are actually trying to assimilate properly. It's just the majority that probably aren't.
In almost what they call every person in here, they support 10 people, 20 people. So our
get out of here. It's fucking fraud. Get out of here, you piece of shit. Like, dude, no. Not every person supporting 20 people. The government's supporting them. Our tax dollars are supporting these 20 people. They're all on Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security and food stamps. Get out of here, man.
For us.
So you're saying every Somali that lives here is supporting 10 to 20 people back home?
Yes.
Oh, back home! So our tax dollars are supporting Somalians back home! Dog, what the fuck, man? Bro, this is crazy!
How do you afford that?
We're trying, we're struggling. The people, they're not good. They don't have a place to go.
Okay, so you're one of the first women I've had a conversation with. Why is it so difficult to speak with women?
Because the culture and some people, what's going on now, people, they don't want to talk, It's scary what's going on.
Yeah. Have you heard about some of this welfare fraud in Minnesota recently?
I heard that, but people, they're not same. How many people in America or Somali people? Well, we say 100 people do something mistake.
Yeah.
Then 100,000 people, you say all the thieves.
Sure.
That's wrong. Yeah. I've been in America 27 years. I never have any problem. I have my own business. I have my own family. I never have any problems. People like me,
problems.
Do they thief?
Yeah, what did you do, right?
Notice how she can't pronounce the letter P. She has no problems. Do you know why she can't pronounce the letter P? It's because there's no P in Arabic. That's actually a real fact. There's no letter P in Arabic. So you'll always hear them saying B instead of P. Which is really funny because why would they name Palestine a name that they literally cannot pronounce? They don't have the letters in their language to spell Palestine. That's pretty weird if you think about it.
I don't do nothing. We love America. We've been in America. I love it.
US flag right there.
Yeah. We keep telling people every day America is a great country. You need to work the country. You need to obey the law.
That's right.
Thank you so much for giving me a moment of your time. Oh, yes, I can't. Yeah, sorry. Do you own this business?
No. Obey the law.
Well, thank you so much for giving me a moment of your time. Oh, yes, sorry. Do you own this business?
No, but 3 years and a half.
Right, Muslim women can't touch men. Honestly, based.
Do most people that come here, are they Somali? Only Somali mall. And even the customers only Somali?
Yeah, Somali.
This is run by Somalis for Somalis? I can come, but typically only Somalis come.
I see chat freaking out that I said that. Bro, you want to touch Muslim women? Weird. All right, whatever. I don't get involved.
You come here.
How is life in Minneapolis as Somali?
Life is good life.
America good.
America good? Okay.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah, and I don't have any problem.
Life is beautiful, man.
How large is the Somali community here in Minneapolis?
Oh, too much.
It reminds you of home?
Bro!
Back home.
That guy's crazy! How big is the community? Oh, too much.
Somalia.
Okay.
And when I came here, it was similar. Besides the violence and shit like that. Over here, at least we have the police,
I'm a Jew. I've lived here in the most Somali.
What the fuck where did he find this Jew, bro? Where did he find this Jew? Oh my god, dude. There's no way, bro. I'm a Jew. My first name is Mohammed. Pay no attention. Censor him. Censor more.
Community in Minneapolis
for that's diabolical, bro. Where the fuck you find this guy?
A while now. I've literally never been more welcome anywhere else in this.
Bro, the woke Jews are like honestly like our biggest nightmare, bro. It's crazy, man.
City in my entire life.
We always help each other, and every Ramadan we always fast together. The one thing that we don't have in Somalia is a foundation, and that foundation was kind of built here.
Yeah, they didn't develop, they don't build buildings in Somalia. They have like little huts, so.
From different tribes, we all communicate differently. We have a mall right here. That brings us all together,
I'm got on Duolingo, trying to learn a little bit of Somali. It's nice to live in a neighborhood where there's another language that is
far. Is this guy wearing like a Palestine scarf on his head? Bro, where do you find this guy? Like, literally, where did you find this guy?
Largely spoken. People have told me, why would you feel like you need to learn another language when you're in America? And it's because there's a lot of people who speak a lot of languages in America.
Being Somali out here for me is survival, man, every day. Every day I gotta go, look for where to get my bread from, I gotta go out there, because I got family.
Yeah. Bro, get a job! Why are your hands in your pants? Oh my god. This dude's fucking scratching his schmorglets while he's having this conversation, man.
Support, you know?
Life easier in Somalia or Minneapolis?
It depends on the person, bro. For me,
bro,
almost the same. So I go back and forth, you know, every year.
Can you tell me about
Sure, you have pockets. You have pockets.
some of the clans or tribes that live here in Minneapolis?
There's Majartan, there's Ugaden, there's Hawargid, Gadia, there's Abgal, Hawiya. So they all have their own different type of languages and even what they eat. Every single one of them cannot always identify each other. I'm Rahawain, for example, you know? Rahawain are kind, cool, educated, but very social people. But then
the Rahawain clan, the one that I'm in, by the way, that we're educated, we're awesome, we're based, not like those fucking other guys, the Mahmoud clan. Oh, not those guys.
there's other people that are like distant, you know, that they don't like communicating with other tribes and
I
shit.
do believe that different clans work differently and do operate differently.
I was on the train yesterday and I heard someone listening to a podcast about it.
What is he even wearing? What is going on in his like whole pants area? Like, this is terrible, bro. This dude's like actually just like a psyop. Like, I'm telling, this is a false flag Jew. This is a false flag Jew, bro. This is a false flag Jew. I'm telling you, man. I am offended, okay? I'm offended that he exists, bro.
It was these people saying like Islamism isn't compatible with American values. That's such a distraction from the actual problem, which is that people are hurting.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. These are like the chickens for KFC type Jew. Like, bro. It's like, yeah, I know Islam specifically talks about wanting to kill Jews, but like, I actually think that like we should like ally up with those guys.
And we used to have social programs that like tried to keep people living dignified lives.
My culture, like, we spread peace and love, tranquility, you know? So we're willing to, like, give how you treat people around here, you know what I'm saying? Respect, you give respect, you get respect. That's right.
You will know what tribe you're from, you know? That's how they taught me who I am, you know? Because if you don't know your tribe, people make fun of you. People that come from Somalia and Africa, they kind of talk down on us because we're born in America. They don't like that.
I see.
That's why...
Imagine a new group of Somalians illegally immigrates and they're immediately the top dogs because they weren't born in America.
Other people don't succeed in Somalia because they have that jealous and hate towards each other.
What are your thoughts on some of the fraud related to like the autism, the feeding the children? Have you heard about that?
Of course I heard that, my friend, but to me, those cases is individual persons. So everybody has to pay the price. This is America, you know? America don't charge community or
Yeah, we're not charging you guys, man. We just wanted to deport everyone illegal, all right? We also want to denaturalize some of y'all, all right?
Family for a crime that one person commit. Individuals is responsible for this crime, not the whole community. I got nothing to do personally. I've been working all my life in Somalia when I...
It just opened their eyes to the fact that the community is a giant net negative on society. And I'm not trying to be rude here, but we are literally opening our floodgates to people that are destroying us.
I was like 14, I think.
14, okay.
Yeah, I've been
He should ask them if they have jobs or if they're on welfare.
here 25 years, so Somalia and United States is the same to me.
Understood.
And I
Bro, that's not a good thing. Somalia, United States, same to me. All right, deport him. He doesn't care anyway.
love both. It's part of my life.
It's home.
Yeah, it's home. We are peaceful people. We came here for peace.
We are peaceful people.
We ran away a war, you know. We love everywhere is a peace, especially Minnesota. It's one of the biggest states welcome us.
With members of the Somali community understandably defensive that the blame is being placed on the community as a whole, when you consider the $14 million fraud scheme involving autism treatment centers, where parents were reportedly paid kickbacks to enroll their children in fake treatment centers, one must wonder to what degree this fraud goes beyond a few dozen individuals. So I met up with Minnesotan journalist Dustin Grage and Senator Michael Holmes to hear their thoughts on this Somali fraud scandal. But real quick, there are some things so insane YouTube won't let us upload. Tyler Oliveira, and get early access to these videos for $5 a month. Thank you for your support. Back to Little Somalia.
Dustin, tell me about the Somali fraud in the state of Minnesota right now and what that term means.
Probably the biggest one everyone's familiar with is Feeding Our Future, which is the nation's largest COVID fraud scheme. Originally reported at 250 million. I believe it's now around 300 million right now. And what that case ended up being was a fraud case for hungry kids. So this is during COVID. Everyone's out of school. They set up these feeding centers all across the state. And ultimately, we're getting payments out to these feeding centers, but kids aren't actually being fed. They're just reporting fake numbers, fake names, and then ultimately out goes $300 million.
And where are we in front of?
This is the Hennepin County Government Center. This is where
I love how they just like make up names, and Oh, this guy, his name is Mohammed. Okay, all right, we'll give him the food. All right, what's about that guy? His name's also Mohammed. That's pretty weird. All right, we'll give him the food. What about this guy?
District Court judge allowed a fraudster for $7.2 million in fraud to go completely scot-free. She just didn't like the ruling that the jurors came back with.
There's nothing illegal about what the judge did. They can overturn this. Granted, was it a horrible decision? And should it be appealed? And is it being appealed? Absolutely, but it has to be prevented from happening in the future.
Is our judicial system compromised right now? What's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Our justices are allowed to just decide these things on a whim. They have no account.
That's crazy, man. We need to overhaul the entire justice system in the United States. That judges can overturn laws that are like verdicts done by jurors. Like, what's the point of a jury? The point of a jury is to be judged by your peers. So you can't ever be controlled by a giant government. I think the jury system is bungus crap. But the purpose of the jury system is the fact that you actually have jurors, your peers, that judge your cases so that you can never actually be controlled by an actual authoritarian regime. The fact that the liberal judges are actually overturning jury decisions to let criminals out of jail is insane.
Accountability to the people, and the people of Minnesota are getting defrauded and have no recourse.
78 people have been charged at this point. 77 of them are small. There's one white woman at the top, defendant one, lady by the name of Amy Bach.
Every single time, man. 78 Somalis herded by one Karen. Like, this is... I'm sorry. This is literally, unironically, the quintessential racist moment. This is the singularity of radicalization. All right? 678. Okay, dude, who's this lady? What's her name?
Are small. There's one white woman at the top, defendant one, lady by the name of Amy Bach, kind of the
Amy Bach. All right, let's see if she's Jewish. Because that would really be the stereotype. Holy shit. Oh, no. All right, we got to do the research. We gotta look this up, man. This is important. It's not racist, okay? This is for research purposes. Is Amy Bach... I'm gonna just make it clear that Grok knows who the fuck I'm talking about. Amy Bach, the lady involved in the Minnesota fraud Somali case, Jewish. All right, it's important, okay? This is research. We're doing the research, all right? We're thinking, searching the web, searching... No, Amy Bach is not Jewish. She's a white American. Whew! Safe, baby. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, anyway, the reality of the matter is the chick is not Jewish. Now, she doesn't look Jewish. So no, this is the quintessential scheme. The liberal white woman on top with a horde of 78 Somalian scammers beneath her. This is actually the direct quintessential singularity of radicalizing moments. This is a perfect example of everything wrong with Western civilization. Wow, this is crazy.
Mastermind behind the scheme, but we very well may exceed over 100 people charged. Just recently, we just saw the 78th one, and that individual was actually charging for more people being fed in a town in northern Minnesota, double the amount of the actual population of the city.
See, again, this is the stupidest fucking scam of all time. That's the craziest part. It's like, there's no way anyone could fall for this. This dude's charging food for more people than live in the town. And it got through. How did the government fall for this, man? Like, bro, I said this before, but I'll say it again. Either the government knew about it and was involved, and they should all get arrested too, or they were completely bamboozled by a party with the IQ of 68. Like, regardless, this is bad.
So very clearly we have a fraud problem there, but actually Senator Omar Fatah ended up coming out publicly and advocating for the Somali community, saying you're all a bunch of racists, our state...
No shot. Omar Fatah, the guy that was trying to run for mayor, said that you're racist for accusing the Somalis of fraud, even though there were 78 giant Somalis that were committing fraud.
Government is racist. They end up blocking it, and they win their court case, and actually Omar Fatah praises Feeding Our Future for all the good work they're doing.
Bro, they're still glazing the scams. Bro, this I'm telling you, man, this is like a 68 IQ propaganda campaign. This is crazy.
and working with Amy Bach and all their team to actually win this
Wait, so this dude's directly working with these guys?
Case and prevent the stop payments from occurring. It continues on, and 300 million down the line later, we continue with the fraud.
Is it Somali fraud because the majority of defendants right now are found to have been from the Somali community?
Yeah, I think that's where the tagline comes from. Honestly, there's a lot of fraud in DHS from top to bottom to begin with. That's getting a lot of press because of the Somali fraud, we're calling it, because honestly, so many Feeding Our Future came out, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what everyone's looking at right now.
Now, granted, are white people also committing fraud through Medicaid? Absolutely. Sure. And they should be charged and tried as well. But in particular, I mean, we're talking about what,
It's like everyone's trying so hard to not be racist, but like you can't look at this situation and be like, yeah, it has absolutely nothing to do with race. Like you can't do that this time.
1,000 Somalis in the state, 5 million.
This isn't like one Jewish guy got caught for scammers and it's like all Jews are scammers. Like this was a coordinated community-wide fraud campaign. All right, what are we doing?
Million people, it's still a very small subsect of the population. At least over 50% of the fraud is.
The funny thing is, Hassan Piker, all right, is a leftist streamer. When he saw that Rick Scott, the Republican guy, was the senator, was involved in some sort of alleged Medicaid fraud, he told his audience to kill him. He said, kill Rick Scott for that. But here we have the Somali community, and he's supporting them. He thinks it's racist to arrest Somalis and to deport Somalis. Like, this is crazy, man.
Is coming from one community.
How have you guys sort of discovered the extent of this fraud?
Minnesota House of Representatives has created a fraud committee. So many whistleblowers have come forward to that committee to testify, and we have DHS whistleblowers coming forward. People from the Somali community are coming forward and really exposing what this is. And unfortunately, the state is not doing a great job of these investigations.
So we're actually going to go in and look at some of these past cases with that judge, and in particular, one exhibit where wire transfers were occurring overseas. And now brings us back to Al-Shabaab. Were some of these payments going to hawalas is what they're called. So in Somalia, they don't have banks. They have hawalas.
Yep, that's right, baby. The Somalian watering hole. That's what we call it, baby. It's the hippopond of Somalia. That's where the wire transfers go.
Last guy right now working his ass off. That money's coming out of his pocket to fund who knows what at this point?
Yeah, and it's in the worst possible way. We have families with autistic children, with disabled children who aren't getting services because other families in the state are deciding to lie and say, oh, I have an autistic child, and they get a kickback. Then money is getting shipped out overseas, and we don't know where that goes, and we're finding out that some of it is unfortunately getting sent to terror networks, and it's a real problem.
How did it take this long to identify this widespread fraud?
Let's go back to 2014. A program called CCAP, basically child care assistance. So Somali daycare centers ended up popping up everywhere, and a lot of the same exact issues. Fake names being submitted, fake billing hours, everything. We noticed that a lot of that money was being wire transferred over to Somalia and the Horn of Africa. In 2018, it ended up not being wire transfers anymore because we ended up catching that. It ended up being bags of cash. In this case, $1 million being stuffed into a suitcase and trying to be transported over to the Horn.
The crazy thing is, man, like we knew about this in 2014, and they were silenced.
Of Africa, and it was tied to CCAP, the child care fraud program, as well. Vulnerable adults who...
Yeah, it's like we have veterans that are poor and homeless. We have homeless people. We have poor Americans, and here we are importing people that are nothing but a burden on the system. Like, it's such an asinine perspective. It's insane.
Can't get around or might have mental health issues and they need assistance in their homes. These individuals are also fraudulently being billed, and we just had another one happen last week where an individual actually was walked in on and they found them dead. This individual had schizophrenia and a bunch of different issues. That individual had been deceased for a while. And they were collecting money on his behalf, billing 12 hours a day. But then the individual, his name was Muhammad, ended up saying that, oh yeah,
Muhammad, police be upon him. It's a coincidence, okay? Listen, stop being racist. Don't be Islamophobic. Don't say it, chat. We're all thinking this. Don't say it. So Muhammad over here was dead for years, and they were billing the government for autism for this dead Muhammad.
I saw him last alive the morning before, which was clearly a lie. This individual, according to the report, had been deceased for a while. We have autism.
He's like, oh yeah, I just saw him before. Yeah, I just saw him alive yesterday. Not realizing that they could fucking realize that the corpse is like decomposed. It's like bones on the floor. It's like, oh yeah, I just saw him yesterday. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, bro. He's just bones. He lost a lot of weight, man. I just saw you yesterday, man. And they really thought they would get away with it. They really thought they would get away with it, man. Like, dude, come on, dude.
Centers around the state being fraudulently billed, made up autism cases.
Yeah, it's just my buddy Mo. I call him Mo. His name is Mohammed. I call him Mo for short. I just saw him yesterday. Bro's like dust and maggots on the floor.
They don't actually have a diagnosis, but they're being charged for it.
How deep does this fraud rabbit hole go?
We're told it gets up to potentially $8 billion here in the state. And that's picking the easy to get fruit. There's really no telling how deep it is.
We would encourage the Somali community to come forward and go, we want to work with you. Let's go after that.
The crazy thing is, like, I think foreign aid is a nightmare. The fact that America is sending foreign aid everywhere in the world. But think about how insane this is. Like, all the criticism that America gets for funding Israel, and contributing to Israel's war and stuff like that. This is 4 years of Israel war. They spent more, over the course of the Israel-Gaza conflict, they spent more in fraud to Somalia than they actually gave to Israel during a war. That's insane. That's insane. They only give like 4.5 only. It's still a lot. I don't like the idea of foreign funding in general. They give 4.5 billion to Israel. 8 billion to Somali fraud in the same time period. Is that not absolute insanity? Oh my God.
Let's go after the bad apples.
I'm just saying this for perspective. All right. I think that foreign aid is a scam for the most part. Most foreign aid is not necessary. I think we need to cut down on at least 80% of foreign aid. But like, dude, I'm just trying to put this into perspective. This is insane.
So you guys can flourish in these communities. And the good news, I can at least report that is happening in many cases. And Republicans were not racist. We have done countless things to be able to bring the Somali community into the Republican Party.
How do you think Trump revoking temporary protected status for Somalia impacts the reduction of fraud happening in Minnesota, if at all?
Unfortunately, right, it's more of a symbolic step. We're recognizing that this is something that needs to come to an end. The Somali community here in Minnesota, they need to take some accountability and police themselves. There isn't a hatred of Somalians or anything like that here. There's just a realization that this has...
Bro, there's no way they got a woke priest.
There isn't a hatred of Somalians.
Bro, what is this, man? What is this? It's like, these are like super religious Muslims, and then they get their like token woke priest that will be on their side.
Or anything like that here. There's just a realization that this has to be tackled and everybody needs to be part of that solution.
Exposing corruption is not racist. Thank you for your work. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Fraud aside, Minneapolis is a cautionary tale and microcosm of what happens when you import mass quantities of people from fundamentally different worlds and assume they'll behave, talk, pray, and live like you do. And once you import enough of these people into the same place, after years of chain migration, they will achieve power through numbers and leverage our democracy to assert political representation and seemingly turn their generous hosts into second-class citizens within their own home. If everyone can be an American the moment they land on American soil, then what does it even mean to be an American?
What you see is a visual representation of we have your back, and when you come for one of us, you come for all of us.
Yikes, dude.
Farid, Doka Magalada, Minneapolis.
Oh my God, what a nightmare. Holy shit. Yeah, anyway, so that's Somalia, ladies and gentlemen. The moral of the story is, do not import a community of 80,000 retards. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.